Your body has a voice. Here's why this is important. To heal your trauma, shame, darkness, the embarrassment or the hurt or the rejection or the abandonment. That is energy or emotions literally stored in your body that have to be cleared. What happens is when we live with shame, is that it causes contraction or tension in our body and it squeezes our voice. If you really become present and listen to people when they're talking, when they go into fear, their voice changes. When they're in their experience and dropped in, their voice will change and become more authentic. Their essence is speaking for them. This is important because when I listen to people in the work, I can know how to navigate them because I'm listening to their voice. And it always starts with breathing. Breathing is your body's first voice. Notice how it's not a starting and stopping, it's kind of flowing. Versus that is the body's breathing of shame, stress, fear, contraction. That means in that moment, you are in a state of defensiveness. You have resistance. Where there's resistance, you are disconnected from your authentic self. Where there's resistance, you have dis-ease or disharmony. Remember, everything works in harmony, the universe and everything. When you're not in harmony, you have resistance. Resistance creates pain, inflammation, and over time, dis-ease turns into disease. The only way you can get sick is if you stay in the mask or your defense mechanism for long periods of time. To protect ourselves from our shame is to keep it at bay, to keep it suppressed, rather than just have it expressed. So your breathing, when you become present to it, you'll notice I'm in fear, shame, worry, which is all resistance. What will happen is it will manifest and everything around you will start to resist you. Your child will talk back, appointments cancel. All of a sudden there's traffic when there shouldn't be. Nothing seems to work right because you're showing up in resistance and the world is going to mirror it right back to you. When you are flowing and the breath isn't short and quick or curt or cold, there's a flow. You'll watch me move when I'm speaking because I'm in the flow. There's no resistance, so I'm speaking from my heart. That's the difference. Shame takes a hold of us. It squeezes us down. Underneath that shame, that defense mechanism, is the part of you that you've been chasing. Underneath that shame is the part of you you've been wishing wasn't there, or hoping or trying or praying that one day it'll all get better. Out there, rather than go deeper in here. When you are free from the shame, the world will mirror back to you. You are a free person. One of my greatest teachers always said, look, if your intention in the way you show up is to have a filet mignon lifestyle and you're getting back bean tacos, it's not the universe that got it wrong. It's that your vibe is a little off. Your body has a voice. Our first voice is the way in which we breathe moment to moment. Notice that in every moment. I'll explain why in a minute. Your second voice is your actual voice that you communicate with. When you are connected to emotions, it's reflective of your voice. When you are connected to pain, it's reflected in your voice. Your voice is the link between your conscious and unconscious mind. It's the bridge, and it's constantly going back and forth. You'll notice in one conversation when somebody is happy and excited, their voice reveals that. Then all of a sudden their voice shifts. Now they're in their unconscious. Their unconscious mind is speaking for them. That's where the wound and that's where the magic is. Your voice, your breath. The third one is your vibe. As I always tell people, your vibe does not lie. It's the ultimate truth. And you'll know this to be true. When you walk into a room and you feel the vibe, you're responding to the vibe. When you meet somebody and they have good vibes, things open up and you want to continue that conversation. The vibe doesn't lie. Well, when you've been living with shame, your vibe is so constricted and protective that you can't feel it. And one of the things I hear the most with people when they're navigating their own trauma is they don't feel like themselves because they can't feel their vibe. Well, your vibe is your instincts and intuition. It's your direct link with your higher power. It's how you learn to feel safe and trust again with yourself. So the more protected and defensive we are in our body, the less vibe we have. That means you're numb, depressed. You just can't feel your body. You just want to feel good and beautiful again, or good and handsome again. You want that part of you back that lies just underneath the shame. So remember, you're breathing your voice, your vibe. And the last one is the way you move your body. Wherever there's tension, stress in the body, you're holding on to your past. Your body is the warehouse of your past, your unconscious mind. So how you feel about yourself manifests in your body. Unfortunately, shame does manifest in our body, but most of it isn't ours. And that's why the ayahuasca journey can make a big difference, is because we can clean and purge out the past and the trauma so that you can get connected to your vibe again. Remember, your body has a voice. You've got to listen to that voice. When you notice your breathing change, your voice go up because now you're pissed, you have to navigate back to, I'm okay now. And the moment you navigate back to that, then the defense mechanism is down, resistance is gone, then your vibe comes back. Okay? So remember, our voice is a two-way street. It's ah, 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 up and down. It's a two-way street. If you practice that, you'll notice where you have resistance. As soon as you wake up, start breathing. You'll notice there's resistance there. If there's resistance there, something has to come out. You have to navigate and work with it. The more you learn to work with yourself, the more powerful you become, the stronger your vibe gets. And when you have a strong vibration, all of a sudden the world starts responding to your vibe instead of your numbness and suppression and shame. Learning how to navigate like a pro means listening to your body. Have you ever had a fever? Sore muscles? Good. Your body didn't lie to you when you had a fever. It was giving you information. Your body's the truest intelligence feedback mechanism you can have. When something's going on in your body, it lets you know. To listen and navigate it is all a process of healing and self-love and self-care. To deny your body has a voice, you're literally rejecting and abandoning a huge part of you. Your body has a voice. And this is so important for men. We live up here instead of in our body. And, well, all the fulfillment is in our body. Your vibe doesn't lie. Your breath doesn't lie. Your voice doesn't lie. It's the best indicator for how well you are living in this moment. And when you become aware of that and present to that, then you can learn to navigate it back to peace. In the beginning, it might take days or weeks, but when you learn to master it, it only takes seconds to navigate yourself back to your soul and out of your defense mechanism. Your body has a voice. Just listen.